For my video, I chose uh, groundworks in Orlando, Florida. And what I found with this particular informed consent is it was extremely lengthy with additional pages that I felt like wasn't really necessary. So the informed consent form began with a welcoming note, the service provided, assessment and sessions information, the cancellation policy, online counseling service fees per time sessions. They were 60 minutes for $100, 90 minutes for $150, and the payment information on how to pay with credit cards, cash, etc. The insurance information to pay, how to contact your therapist at the office hours was listed, qualifications of the counselor, how records are kept, and requirements for record keeping that included confidentiality, information concerning minors, confidentiality information per se, information about distance counseling, nature of counseling risk and benefits, agreement for state of Florida, privacy policies, limits of counseling of confidentiality, signatures of client and counselor, and also the date is required. And the date that the form was revised, that is the initial informed consent form itself. Additional information on patient's privacy was an additional page, and it required a signature date for acknowledging receipt of the notice of privacy practices. Additional forms were credit card agreement form, confidential release information form, and adult intake form. Now, as required by the ACA and the state of North Carolina, which is where I am from, what I compared and contrasted were the nature of the service was included for both North, and this includes ACA and North Carolina because North Carolina's informed consent is in conjunction with ACA. They get their information for informed consent is through the ACA's informed consent. That both are the same. So the answer for both is basically the same as related to groundworks counseling services. So the question is that I compared the nature of the service was included, counselor's qualifications included, risk benefits of counseling, they were included, the role of technology, it was included. These are all ACA's recommendations. The fees are included. Also, non-payment information included. Assessments and tests was included. Confidentiality included. Also, the exceptions to confidentiality, they were included in the informed consent form of groundworks as well. Records information, rights to and exceptions to included. Refusal of service was included. Language of form is clear. Information concerning minors, they were included. Who can and cannot give consent, they were included. Rights and responsibilities of the client was included in groundworks informed consent form as well. Rights and responsibilities to give consent was included. Mandated clients, that was not included as far as groundworks was concerned. Release of information, that information was included. Sections of ACA where the inclusions basically stopped were sections 8.4.b through 8.7.b. That information was not included, so I came to the conclusion that informed consent for ACA ended at that point for informed consent. And my biggest concern was that it wasn't a concern, but what really all other information for ACA informed consent is included in the agency's informed consent forms. That's about it. Thank you.